So I'm here with John Goffin at the Barrett Byam Homestead in September of 2018 at our annual farm fair. I think it's our 17th annual, right, John?
That's right, correct.
So John, what's your title here on the board of directors?
My title is the house manager for the Barrett Byam Homestead, and basically my position is I take care of the homestead as far as the vendors, the landscaping, all of the whatever it takes to make the house maintenance free. Call the plumbers when needed. You know, basically what any property manager would do for a property. The Barrett Byam house is 1753 roughly, and 1754. So it needs a lot of work and a lot of care. So that's my position on
1754 or something. Wow.
Yeah,
that's old, huh? So you're doing a great job, John. I see you here when I bike by every day, and you're here quite often working on this homestead. So thank you very much.
Well, it's a wonderful place to work. You know, I like to volunteer for this society. It's a passion that's really over the last 15 years or so that I've been here, and you know, it's a lot of work, but we have several projects going on, so that's why I've been here a lot. We've just had this beautiful place painted, all of the woodwork, all of the rot fixed. We've had the entire place has new roof, new paint, new garage doors, so we're well into the next 20 years out, hopefully, before we'll have to look at any kind of major maintenance for the building on the outside.
That's fantastic.
Which is really
Do you want
nice.
me to zoom along to the side here just to show people at least the side of the Barrett Byam Homestead, so you could see the nice paint job they did, at least on this side.
Absolutely.
Thanks to the Chelmsford Historical Society and the board of directors.
Absolutely.
And the trustees and John Goffin.
Whoever, you know, where the board approves the projects, and then we go forward with them.
No, and you're doing a great job, as I said, John. And did you want to mention something about all the volunteers for the Historical Society or something?
With the farm fair as a major, today of course a major event, if it wasn't for the, you know, volunteers, well over 50 or so volunteers that we have here, this wouldn't go off as well as it does. You know, there's a lot of things to consider. We have the volunteers that have put our fantastic Sturbridge store that's inside the building together through I'm sure many hours of volunteerism. All of the displays inside the museum, all were put in by volunteerism. There's no, we don't pay anybody to work here. Everybody comes in on their own event. I mean, on their own
volition.
Yes, yes, exactly. So, but this wall is one aspect of volunteerism where the wall needed repair. Through several volunteers throughout the town of Chelmsford, who came in and to put the rocks in place, to get the materials here, to get this project done on a timely basis.
Wow.
And there is a little bit of labor cost involved, but you know, we have to expect that with most projects. But again, a volunteerism, and this wall will have subscribed in it a volunteer garden created by. It's either going to be volunteers, created by volunteers most likely. So we'll have that inscribed in this rock. So volunteers can come here, and if they want to plant certain flowers that are special to them, hopefully they'll do that, and we'll have this particular garden with all different types of flowers from volunteers.
That sounds great, John.
Sure. So again, there's between the apple trees that we have that volunteers take care of, our grapevines that volunteers take care of, our bees that volunteers take care of.
The garden in back too?
The garden in back, we have every vendor that came today is all volunteer vendors. You know, it's just, that's what makes this society work.
Yes.
And we're very lucky to have the large board that we have, because most organizations are having a tough time getting volunteers to come and support it and make it work.
Yes, yes.
So,
well, thanks to volunteers like you, John, the Historical Society is thriving and doing very well. Our farm fair today was probably the best attended ever, I think.
Yes.
And the largest ever. I think we added I know we added some new features this year, like face painting and rock painting.
Right.
And we had 4 horses this year, 3 horses and a pony. And a
partridge in a pear tree.
So we had a lot this year. And we're pretty much filled in now. Oh, we had live music there today too, everything.
Yes, right. Here comes
girls...
another tractor, by the way.
Okay. Well,
Bringing
thank
another
you
hay.
very much, John, for being with us today.
Thank you very much for having me.